Good afternoon, grace and peace to you, and happy snowstorm. In heading out earlier today to assess the state of the driveway and skating around a bit on the ice and snow, even in crampons, it seemed best to call off our service. And so we'll be postponing the service that was planned for today until next week. And so in lieu of a sermon message, I'd like to offer a brief devotional drawing from the teachings of Walter Brueggemann. And I hope this perspective on the Bible, on the Psalms, will be an encouragement to you in these strange days in which we are living. In his book, Praying the Psalms, Brueggemann describes a certain pattern that we can see, or movement in the life of faith. And that is one of being securely oriented, being painfully disoriented, being surprisingly reoriented. And about this movement, Brueggemann writes, "This general way of speaking can apply to our self-acceptance, our relations to significant others, and our participation in public issues. It can permit us to speak of passages, the life cycle, stages of growth, and identity crises. It can permit us to be honest about what is happening to us. Most of all, it may provide us with a way to think about the Psalms in relation to our common human experience. For each of God's children is in transit along the flow of orientation, disorientation, and reorientation. Each of us today is somewhere on this continuum, individually, as family units, at work, at home, maybe nationally. I'd even dare to say we can identify different phases in these cycles in our life together as a church. And so I'd like to walk through Psalm 30 to explore these phases in the life of faith. I will exalt you, Lord, for you rescued me. You refused to let my enemies triumph over me. O Lord my God, I cried to you for help, and you restored my health. You brought me up from the grave, O Lord. You kept me from falling into the pit of death. Sing to the Lord, all you godly ones. Praise his holy name. For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may last through the night, but joy comes with the morning. When I was prosperous, I said, nothing can stop me now. Your favor, O Lord, made me secure as a mountain." This phase we might call secure orientation. All is well, life is good, no worries here, stability, trust, comfort. Brueggemann writes, "While we all yearn for it, it is not very interesting, and it does not produce great prayer or powerful song. It consists in being well settled, knowing that life makes sense and that God is well placed in heaven, presiding but not bothering." This phase is okay. It just does not fully describe life or faith. Immediately after this phase, we have in verse 7, the verse is split. "Then you turned away from me, and I was shattered. I cried out to you, O Lord. I begged the Lord for mercy, saying, 'What will you gain if I die, if I sink into the grave? Can my dust praise you? Can it tell of your faithfulness? Hear me, Lord, and have mercy on me. Help me, O Lord.'" This phase is painful disorientation. Again, Brueggemann writes, I suggest that most of the Psalms can only be appropriately prayed by people who are living at the edges of their life, sensitive to the raw hurts, the primitive passions, and the naive elations that are at the bottom of life. Entry into the Psalms requires a real change of pace. It asks us to depart from the closely managed world of public survival, to move into the open, frightening, healing world of speech with the Holy One. End quote. It's that honesty and rawness of the Bible and its writers with regard to the injustice and corruption of this world that commend it as a trustworthy guide to help us move through life. The authors of these books, these Psalms, have been through some stuff and can still speak to God's faithfulness. But it doesn't end there. And we move from verse 10, hear me, Lord, and have mercy on me. Help me, O Lord, into verse 11. You have turned my mourning into joyful dancing. You have taken away my clothes of mourning and clothed me with joy, so that I might sing praises to you and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give you thanks forever. Surprising reorientation. Brueggemann says of this moment, it is not an automatic movement that can be presumed or predicted, nor is it a return to the old form, a return to normalcy as if nothing had happened. It is always a surprise, always a gift of graciousness, and always an experience that evokes gratitude. God's faithfulness shows up in ways that defy our imagination and bring us new hope in the midst of the struggle. And so, wherever you may be in this moment, I pray that you would know that grace which surpasses, that love which surpasses understanding, and that you would know that you are held, you are deeply loved, and you are wrapped up in the life and trust of God. Have a blessed day, and again, happy snowstorm.